everyone, and welcome back to day two of Global Remote Professional course, which is combination of digital marketing and project management. I'm still your host and your tutor for today, Carlo Promise. For those of us that joined us yesterday we tried to understand the difference between a virtual assistant and a digital marketer. But before I continue, I would like you all to indicate in the comment section where you're watching us from. Those that are watching us from Lagos, those that are watching us from Enugu, Port Harcourt, Benin, Edo, kindly indicate the state you're watching us from. Then we'll continue. So kindly indicate the state you're watching us from, everybody. Those that are watching from Enugu, say Enugu. Those that is watching from Port Harcourt, from Lagos, from Akwa Ibom, any part of the world you're watching from, kindly indicate in the comment section. Oh, Chizaram is watching from Enugu. Welcome. Okay, so yesterday we tried to understand to an extent, I believe, the difference between a virtual assistant and a digital marketer. And I believe to an extent we all got who a virtual assistant is, the duties of a virtual assistant, what a virtual assistant should do, and the clear definition of what a digital marketer is. And then to an extent, I was able to explain why you should have a digital presence for your business. I explained that and we all understood that. So today is going to be more practical than yesterday. Today we'll dive into the main duties. What is this main digital presence? How do you get this your business on? How do you do this business to business or business to consumer kind of digital presence? So that will take us to what we have today. And that will take us to what we have today. And that is what running ad, right? That is what we have today. How do you run ad? That is what we are going to do today. So this is what we are doing: mastering social media advertising, the difference between running ad and boosting your ad. A lot of persons actually boost their post and then they assume that they've run ad. This is what people face every day. There's a clear difference between you posting your posts and you running ad. So today we'll understand the differences between these two. And please, I want us to understand that as a virtual assistant or as a digital marketer, you should know how to do both of these things. You should know the difference between boosting your post, the effect of boosting a post, and the effect of running ad. Either if you're a virtual assistant or a digital marketer, you should have the understanding of this. And that's what our class is today. So now the difference between boosting a post and running ad. So what is boosting a post? Boosted post simply means promotion of a post for quick engagement. That is what it means. So if I have a post that I made, probably a flyer I made that people reacted to very well, that had a lot of reaction, like likes, it had a lot of comments, there was a lot of engagement to that post. I can decide to use that post to get attention to my social media page. That is what boosting a page does. Are we together? Please, if you are hearing me and you're understanding what I'm saying, I'd like you to comment digital marketing or virtual assistant so that I know that we are together in this. Now, I said boosting a post means using one social media post you made to share along, to use it as a booster to your page. That's what it means. Now, why would you use a particular post and not all the posts? You use this particular post, like I said, because it had engagement. For instance, we just finished Christmas celebration and we are in New Year. And then probably you did your business that is about footwear production. You made a post. It can be a video, right? It can be a flyer you designed about discount. Probably you're running a 20% discount. And then this post, this content you made had a lot of views, it had a lot of reactions. When I say reactions, what I mean is people liked it, people loved it, people shared emojis to it. There were a lot of reactions to it. People were commenting, people were even sharing because they loved it. Now, you are having a post that has over 250 likes with 30,000 comments. Now, that is a very engaging post, obviously. So, what do? You use that post, you boost that post such that it will bring interaction. So, do you now understand when I say boosted post is for simple promotion of quick engagement? Are we together? Then, when you now talk about ads management campaign, this is comprehensive tool for targeted marketing. So when you are boosting a post, really is not based on targeted marketing. You are just making sure that this thing gets attention for you. But when you are running ad with the ad manager, you are doing a comprehensive, targeted, structured marketing. Your marketing is not just because of you can even use a post that did well to run ad, but this time around you're not just boosting it. You are making sure that you target it to the best audience, selected audience. Are we together? Now, understanding the boosted post. A boosted post is essentially a regular Facebook page post that you pay to amplify, reaching a larger audience than its organic reach. That is what I said. It's mainly designed for quick engagement and increased visibility. That is just what a boosted post. So next time, I believe after today's class, you will understand why you should boost a post and why you should run ad. Some persons would day in, day out, they are boosting posts. You see boost, you just press boost and now put money. I now end up saying, I ran ad. You did not run ad, you just boosted a post. And what is the main goal of this quick engagement boosting? For like, for comments, for shares, for clicks. That is what it does. It's very simple, it's very straightforward, and just for quick, sharp what promotion, just quick promotion, and that is the job. Now, the power of ad manager campaign. This is where the whole thing about ad, the whole money making, the whole digital presence comes to play. As a virtual assistant and as a digital marketer, you should understand this one better. Now, it says that an ad manager campaign is a sophisticated advertisement crafted within the Meta Ads Manager dashboard, offering unparalleled control and precision. Yes, this is a big grammar, but let me break it down to what it means. What it means is highly sophisticated. When I say sophisticated, it's not very easy to navigate, but it's easy to navigate. Yes, I know what I said. It's a little bit diverse, right? It's more complex than your normal boosting post. Boosting post is just this should just go to everybody randomly. But when you are running ad, you would know basically everything you want to do. It is that strategic. You have to be strategic about it. You have to select, you have to know what you want. You have to know these are the people I want this thing to reach. These are the people I want to see in this thing. You have to know these are the people I don't want to see in this thing, right? And now it has full control over your objective. If you want to run ad, you should know what your objectives are. You should know who you are targeting. You should know your placement. You should know budget testing. You should know what you're tracking. You should know how to track your performance. And now it's like a control room in a layman, right? In a layman term, it's like a control room where you design marketing campaigns for clear business goal. Yes, this is a digital marketer's playroom, is your playground, because this is where everybody, everything you know as a digital marketer comes to play. This is where the structure of your digital marketing experience or virtual assistant experience comes to play. Now, there's a tip here. It says boosting a post is like paying to push one post further. Ads manager is likely a full control room where you design proper marketing campaigns for clear business goals. Yes. Now, the difference between boosted post and ad manager. Now, where do you create boosted post? You just create it from your page post, a post that you've already made. That's where you create it. But when you are running ad, you do that inside your Meta Ad Manager dashboard. Very clear, different setting altogether. Now, what's the main purpose of running a boosted post? To get more engagement, to get quick visibility for a post. And now, what's the main purpose of having running ad in your ads manager? Is to achieve specific goals like to get leads, to get traffics, to get sales, to get good messages. You see the main purpose of these two, they are clear and different. Now, how is the setup? For posted posts, the setup is very simple. It's very few, like it's very simple and straight to the point. But when it comes to ad manager, it's more detailed. The setup is not as simple or as easy as we presume it to be. It is more complex. So you need to understand it. Now you're talking about the targeting options, right? In a boosted post setting, you also see your targeting options, but it's limited. Yes, the targeting options in a boosted post is highly limited, and it's limited to what? It's limited to age, it's limited to location, it's limited to just basic interest. But when it comes to running ads in your ad manager, that's running a campaign, the targeting options is wide. It is wide such that you can even target your ads to reach to people with a specific gadget. It is so wide that you can target your ads to reach to people in a specific local government. Like it's very, very detailed. And you can have multiple ad sets. You can do an ad, you can run a ad campaign, and then you use that one. Do you get? That's how it is. And then you have what is the creative control? You use existing posts, and this existing post is limited for with its variations. But when it comes to the campaign, you can have various version of it. You can have one campaign and do another campaign altogether, right? And so the last comparison we have is now what is this boosted post best for? Who is it best for? Why should you use it? You will see that it's best for beginners. It's best for people that just don't know basically anything about digital marketing, right? But if you want to make sure that you understand, if you want to show that you understand this digital marketing rules, if you want to work for a client and get paid, if you want your business to be out there, you do what? You use campaign. Are we together? Please, if you are with me, I would like you to comment digital marketing or virtual assistant. Please, if you are with me, I would like you to comment digital marketing and virtual assistant. If you are with me, kindly comment digital marketing and virtual assistant. Okay, thank you, thank you. Now, this is the basic ad structure. Now, I'm going to focus on the ad because that's what matters now, not the boosting. So we're going to do this and then we'll run ad. The basic ad structure. Why I want us to understand this is so that when we start running the ad and I say the objective, you would not be confused. So I have to explain this. Now, every successful advertising campaign rather follow a foundational four-step structure. Yes, every successful ad campaign follows a foundational four-step structure. Now, for you to run a successful and good ad campaign, you should understand this four structure and what they stand for. You have objective, you have audience, you have target, you have budget, and then you have creative. So we are going to explain what all these things is. Now, the first structure is what is objective. First of all, before you run an ad, you should have an objective in mind. And now, when I say objective, what do I mean? What is this objective? Simply, Let's simply put that the objective is the primary goal of your campaign. And what does this primary goal mean? What do you want Facebook to do for you? That is the simple term of what it is. Now, I am running a cloth factory and I want to run ad. Now, my objective is going to be, what do I want this ad in Facebook to do for me? This ad I'm running, do I want it to bring people to my website? Or this ad I'm running, do I want it to bring people to my inbox? This ad I'm running, do I want it to just get leads of my clients? Are we together? So this is what objective is. So you should have a defined objective before you run ad. Are we together? Then you talk about, after you've gotten your objective, then you talk about identifying your audience. Who are your audience? This is a very important role. You need to understand and identify who this your audience are. Who are they? Now, who is this audience? The audience specifies who should see this ad. Who am I running this ad for? Who should not see this ad? That is who your audience are. Now, in identifying your audience, you need to know things such as the locations of this your audience. You have to know, where are you targeting? Are you going to target a specific country? Are you targeting a specific region? Are you targeting cities? Like, are you targeting Nigeria? Now, you've had a big space. Now, we are talking, if you just select Nigeria, Nigeria has 36 states and more than 10 local governments, right? Now, you have to narrow it down. I'm targeting Nigeria as the country, and then inside Nigeria, I want to target specifically Enugu State, for instance, right? Now, have you seen how I'm narrowing it down? It's now not just Nigeria. If you are in Nigeria and you will see my ad, if only you are in Enugu State, right? Now, even inside Enugu State, I can still choose to target a specific region in Enugu State. I can still choose to target only a particular estate in Enugu State. I can choose government house in Enugu State. So what does it mean? It means that if I run this ad and you are not in government house, you are not in Enugu State, you are not in Nigeria, these are the three conditions for you to see this ad. You will not see my ad. That's what it means. Are we together? Then you talk about the demographics. What is this? This means defining the age and gender of those your audience. Now, in Nigeria, the adult age is 18 years, right? Now, normally on the default, you cannot go below 18 years because we are in Nigeria. If you're outside Nigeria and you're in a country where the adult age is 16 or 20, you don't go below that age. So you can choose, okay, I want this ad to be for everybody that is, now remember the location we've chosen. I want it to be for everybody that is in Nigeria, that is based in Enugu and is in Enugu State Government House or within Enugu State Government House, and they are 18 to 30. Now, this is the condition I'm giving. So if you are not 18 to 30 and you are not in Enugu and you are not in Nigeria and you're not in government house, you would not see the ad. I hope you're understanding how strategic this campaign ad is. Now, you talk about gender. I can decide I want only the female gender to see my ad. So if you're a male gender, even if you're in that location and you're a male gender, you will not see my ad. That's how it is. Then you talk about interest and behaviors. Now, interests and behaviors are like things we like doing. Now, most of us will be like, how will this ad get to know things I like doing while even when you don't know me, I did not tell you. Yes, when you open your social media account, you come and say favorite thing, shopping, online shopping, traveling, interested in digital marketing. Do you have business? You indicate yes. Now, all this data is not for waste. This is where the data comes to play. All this data and information we release online while registering some social media apps, right? It's not just for fancy. The data is stored and is being used in this system, right? Such that when I run this ad and I choose interest, small business owner, or I choose people that like shopping, obviously you have already indicated this. So it will find you because it is still one software. Are we together? Now, I said, note, if the objective is what you want, then I want you to know that the audience is who can give you that thing you want. That is simply the step two. The step one is what? Knowing your objective. The second step is what? Identifying your audience, because it's your audience that will give you what you're looking for. Then the third step is setting your budget. What is your budget? This is where the money talk comes to play. You have to set your budget. Now, budget dictates how much you are willing to spend. How much do you want to spend for this ad? It means financial resources Meta can use for your ad. That is what it is. And there are two kinds of budgets, right? You have your daily budget and then you have a lifetime budget. Now, when you're talking about daily budget, your daily budget is simply the amount of money that Meta should deduct from your ad account in a day, such that if it reaches this amount of money, the ad should stop. That is what daily budget is. But the lifetime budget means you want it to be a specific, you want this, if it reaches this amount of money by so date, it will stop. It's no more that day. Like you run it, you want it to go for like 5 days. You now put the lifetime budget and select, you want the total amount for specific date range from today till 5 days. You want the money to be spent on this date should be 20,000. So obviously, today, even if it passes 1,000, if it reaches 1,000, it will pass. It will continue tomorrow. It will continue next tomorrow. But once it reaches the limit you've put for it, it will stop. Hope you are together. That is what the difference between a daily budget and a lifetime budget. Now, I gave a pro tip. Now, it's important that if you want to run ads so that you don't go wasting your money, people do that a lot. You have to start small. Do small tests. Then, as you are seeing the results, you are increasing your budget. You don't go carrying 100,000 and put into ad you've not run before. It's going to waste it. So you take it gradually, one step at a time, because budget is the fuel. Your ad is the car. Budget is the fuel. So if you start with small fuel, you see if your car is moving well before you add more. If you just meet a car and you add all the fuel and the engine is bad, it's a wasted fuel. You've wasted it. Are we together? Please, if you are with me, I would like you to indicate in the comment section with your favorite emoji. Let me know that you are with me. Kindly indicate in the comment section with your favorite emoji. Let's know that you are with me. Let me know that I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to a group of persons. So kindly indicate in the comment section. Beauty Daniels, I can see you. Thank you. Kindly indicate in the comment section with your favorite emoji. Let's know that we are still together. Please, let's do that. Kindly indicate in the favorite with your favorite emoji. Ikechukwu Wisdom, I can see you. Thank you. Let's indicate with our favorite emoji. Rachel, I don't know if I pronounced that name right. Thank you. I can see you. Okay, we'll continue. Now, the fourth step is having what we call ad creative. Now, what is this ad creative? Ad creative is simply what people actually see, right? Now, I want us to understand something. You see the very first one, having an objective. You see the second one, having your audience. And you see the third one, which is what? Setting your budget. All these things is called behind the scene work, right? It's not behind the scene the movie you know. It's behind the scene work. What I mean is all these things is you that is running this ad, that is setting this campaign, that is seeing all these things. Your audience would not see it, right? Now, what your audience sees is just this your ad creative. Everything you did, the first step, the second step, and the third step, they don't see it. But you see this fourth step, they see it and they see it clear. So this is where you put your image, this is where you put your text, this is where you put your call to action, this is where you put your headline. And I explained what a call to action is yesterday. Now, everything you have, the ad is what people actually see. Your public facing promotional material, that's what it is called. So your ad creative, if you hear someone say, oh, this is the ad creative, you should know what it's talking about, right? So it includes image or video. Yes, you can use video to run ad. It includes your text, the message you are reading. Don't worry, we'll soon run ad now, you'll see it. Then you have the headline, right? A headline is just a short, bold statement that summarizes your offer. And then you have your call to action button, which can be like now, learn more, call now, follow now, and others. That is what your ad creative is. Are we together? So, in summary, I just summarized what this two is. In summary, I just said boosting a post means quick push for a single post, while running ad campaign means running a structured result. So now we are going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll run our ad. So please stay tuned, call your friends, send the link to people. We'll go on. Okay, welcome back. So now we are going to run ad. We are going to run a very simple, basic ad with all these things I have said. So now this is what a meta business looks like. I don't know if we've had it. So once you have a business page, once you have a social media page, Instagram and Facebook, the next thing is to have your Meta Business page. So I actually just created this today for this class. So in Meta Business Suite, you merge your Facebook account and Instagram account together, such that because why you can do that is simply because Meta owns both Instagram and Facebook, right? So you can easily, anything you are posting here, it goes to, you decide where you want to go. If you want it to go to the both social media, it will go to the both social media at once. If you want it to only go to Facebook, it will go to only Facebook. If you want it to only go to Instagram, it will go to only Instagram. So this is where we'll be running the ad. So when you open your own Meta Business Suite, this is how it is looking like. Now I have merged the Instagram and the Facebook, and that's why I can access this here, right? I can access this place. I can access everything that is happening here. Here. Are we together? So now, if I want to create a post, this is where I come and I create a post. And if I want to run ad, this is where I come and I run my basic ad. So now we're going to run ad. Remember, I said, first of all, you know what your objective is, you know your audience, you know your budget, right? Good. So now let's start. You create, what is your objective? Remember, what I want to boost my Facebook page. Do I want this ad to get me more messages? Do I want, when you click on this ad, it should get to my website? This is where you decide whatever you want. You can call it a goal, you can call it an objective, right? This is it. So let's say we want to make, if you click on this ad, it directs you to my number. You call my number. So this is where I'll click on get more calls, right? Now, create new ad. This is the interface you would see. Now, automatically, it will take, you will be seeing this. On this right side is called your preview section. And what happens in your preview section is how your ad is going to look like. That is what a preview section is. You will see, this is, remember, in your ad creative, I told you that it has image, it has text, it has headline, and it has CTA. So if you look at your ad preview, everything I just mentioned is here. This is your text. This is your headline, right? This is your CTA, and this is your image, which I can decide to change it to be video. This is a picture. Are we together? Now, let's come over here. This is a new account, so I've not put phone number, but when you do yours, you include your phone number. Now, remember the goal or the objective of this ad. I said I want it to be, once you see my ad like this, you will click here, you will call me, right? Now, assuming when I enter to this section, I was confused and I just picked anyone, or along the line as I entered here, I decided to change my mind and I don't want the objective to be calls again. I can just come and click here, and automatically I can choose another one, probably say get more messages, and then I will save it. Automatically it will change. Here was call me, call now. Now is now send messages with a messenger icon. Hope we are together. Then this is where you change your objective. Now you have your ad creative, right? And I told us that the ad creative is what your viewers see. This is the whole ad they see, what the ads look like. Now, I can decide to use an already existing post that I have made, probably because the post did well, right? Now, remember, boosting a post is using an already existing post to get more attraction and engagement. Now, yes, you can also do that. So this is why you see that ad is bigger than boosting post, because what boosting post does, ad also does that, and even does more, right? But boosting post is limited. So assuming I did a post within the week, and that post had a lot of engagement, and I want to use that post to run ad. It's advisable that if you had a post within the week, if you have any post that does well, that has good engagement, you should always use it to run ad. Yes, it's very advisable. Now I can select use posts, and it will bring section of all the posts that I have made in this account. And then probably assuming this is the post, I'm talking about that was published this day, I will just come and select use post, and automatically it will automatically take every description of that post. Are we together? Now, this is my ad creative. It has changed from picture. If it was video, it has changed. Are we together? Now, in the description, this is where you write your text. This is where people read what your ad is about. And this is where you make use of your keywords, right? So you should know how to make use of keywords as a digital marketer and as a virtual assistant. Keyword is very, very vital. Is one of the vital things you should know how to do. You should do keywords. Like I said yesterday, digital marketing and virtual assistants, they are lifetime researchers because they need to keep up updating. And when it comes to keyword management, keyword usage, SEO, everything about keyword, it is not played with. You don't play with it because it can determine how far you're supposed to go to an extent. So you need to know the principal guiding keywords, and you need to know the kind of keywords you use per post. So this is where you put every description you want. Now you see when I selected this post, the description that came with this post entered here automatically, right? Now I can decide to add more and I can decide to remove more. Are we together? Please, I would like us to I would like you to drop your questions. I would like you to comment. I would like you to share. And I would like, oh, I can see a lot of comments. Okay, Precious of us said, why will you change your mind? Okay, I can answer that. I can decide probably because I thought of using, for instance, I decided to use visit my website. And then along the line, my website has traffic. Do you get it now? So probably there's an error or there's a 404 error, something like that. There's an error in the website. I'll now say, okay, no, my website is under control, or they are managing my website, or it's not yet strong. Let's use call. Now, you asked again, why is Boasting Post limited? Yes, it's limited because it's the most basic way of getting your product out there. It's the basic way. So that why it is limited again is because when Meta, it's not everybody that understands how to run campaign. So Meta made it such that even if you don't know how well to run ad, you should at least read that line and see it. Are we together? So get your questions coming. I will be answering it in between the section. So we can go back to where we were. Now, I was talking about the description. So this is where you write your description. This is where you offer your description. And always make sure you use your hashtags. It's very important. Now, the other part of your ad creative is the image. Remember I said I selected a post that is already doing well, and that is why all these things came. Now, assuming I want to add more pictures, and for each ad you have a maximum of 5 carousels. And what is carousels? Carousel is a continuous flow of image. It can be you are talking about something, it can be a teaching image, it can be, but just know it's more than one image, right? So I can decide to have an ad that is talking about 3 different things together. So here, this is where I can add more image to this. I can either come to add media or select media, either one. Now, if I am on select media, it will carry me to this section. Now, what is this section? This is the media section of your ad. I can select picture or video from different places. I can select from my favorite images. What is my favorite image? These are images I've already uploaded in the system, in my ad page. I can select from my ad account. Assuming I've run ad before and there's image in that account, I can use that. I can select from my page, my Facebook page. I can select from my Instagram page, and I can still select from either my laptop, that's my desktop, or online, that is what this stock image is for. And I can choose videos, right? You see, when we were image, the interface was wide. And when I selected videos, it became small. So I can decide to upload image here, video here, and it will go. But I don't have any video here. So let's go with our page. Let's see if there's any image. Okay, we have images here. So let me select this. Now it's counting for me. If you look here, remember I said the maximum carousel you have is 5. So I can have less than 5. I can have 2. I can have 3, but I cannot have more than 5. So now I have 1, 2. It's counting. If I select this other one, is now 4. If I select this other one, okay, we now have 4. To make it 5, I can choose to have this. Now we have 5. It's now showing 5/5. Now select it. This is what a carousel looks like. Now let's come to our preview. Now this is what our ad will be looking like. Are you seeing our CTA, send message? Are you seeing our headline? Now I can decide to change the headline if I want. We'll still come to that. Now, but I want us to see what it is looking like. Now, there's something that is called your view, right? The view. The view is more like a user interface. What's the alignment of your picture, right? Now, if I'm using a laptop, I would want to see if I'm going to view this ad in your laptop, I would want to see what the size dimension is going to look like. If I'm using a tablet, I would like to see what the size dimension is going to look like. So if you look at this ad preview, it's only giving me a phone view. So how do I find out different dimensions? I just look at see all previews, right? It's loaded. Now, this is all the preview. If I am viewing my ad, if somebody is viewing my ad in the desktop section, okay, the network is a little bit shady. This is what it will look like. We'll come back to this when the network is stable. Okay, so let's come down to the headlines, right? Now, this headline is just the name on default. But if I want it to be another thing, this is where I edit it. And this 10/5/25 simply means you have 25, you have a limit of 25 characters, right? So I can decide to change the headline to become the best place to get all things. Okay, now this is 25. Once it reached 25 letters, it stopped. 25 characters, it stopped. Now, if you come here, you see that it has already changed. So let me see if we can now view the different dimensions. Oh, it's still loading. Let's see. But this is where you look at the different, this is giving you a desktop view, right? This is going to give you a mobile view. This is going to give you in-stream for video. This is giving you full screen. So that is that. So let's continue. You see now, I have already changed this. And this one is still the same thing. So if I want to change it to take effect for all of it, I'm going to literally change each and every carousel. Are we seeing it? This is what the carousel means. I'm going to change each and every carousel. Are we together? Good. Now, this label button is your CTA, send message. So I can decide I don't want it to be send message. I want it to be send WhatsApp message. It will automatically turn to WhatsApp. It will automatically turn to WhatsApp. Are you seeing the difference? When it was, if I select send message, right, it will go to WhatsApp. If I don't want it to be send message, it will change. Now, because I've selected WhatsApp message, right, see what is going to happen. I'm going to give a greeting, an automatic greeting. If you are doing your boosting, these things, you might not get it. So this is why campaign is still good. Now, if you are doing your, if you send an automatic message to me, this is where I will send it. This is where I will structure what you will see, even if I'm not online. But you click the link in the ad and it takes you to my inbox. So I can decide, okay, let me edit this for myself. And I will come, are we seeing the setting? This is like my WhatsApp setting. I will come and say, hi, let's know how we can help you. I can decide to say, okay, I don't want it to be this. I can be, hello, hi, welcome to Crook Prime. And if you look at the right side, it is already changing, right? So the question one, it can be, this is a section for people to choose the kind of question they want. It can be any question. Are we together? So you can have about 5 questions. So now remember, this is because I chose WhatsApp. And when I choose Messenger, it will look different. It's still the same thing. The interface is different, but it's still the same information. If I choose Instagram messages, this is how it will look like. And then I can save. Are we together? So I will like, okay, I'm seeing questions. What is the minimum amount to run an ad? Okay, we'll get to that. I will show you the minimum amount. You can run an ad for like more 1.5, but we'll get to that. Thank you. I'm seeing the comments. Get it coming. Get it coming. Okay, so that is for this part, right? Now, someone will ask, what is this part? What is all this estimated daily result we are seeing? Now, this estimated daily result we are seeing is in line with what? Is in line with the money you put. So that will carry us to what? The payment section. So now the payment, okay, before we get to the payment section, let's look at the audience, right? The audience, remember I said you should know who you're running your ad for. Who do you want your ad to be for? Now you have, you can decide the country, you can decide the age. So let's edit our audience details. This is how you edit your audience details. Now, what gender do I want to see this ad? If I am in the fashion industry and I'm making clothes for women, obviously I want the people to see the ad, majorly women. But everybody should see your ad, irrespective of the industry you're in, right? Because even if it's not for men, men are married to women, they can decide to see it and buy for their wives and kids. So, but assuming you want it to be gender specific, so I select only women. So if you're not a woman, you would not see this ad. Even if you meet every other criteria in my audience, you will not see it. Then remember I said something when I was explaining the audience, and I said Nigeria, in our default setting, 18 is our minimum, our adult years, right? So it cannot go below 18. If you are outside the country and the country adult age is 16, instead of 18 here, you see 16. But because we're in Nigeria, so I can decide, okay, I want it to be from 25 years to 50 years. So if you're not a woman and you are not up to 25 and you are not more than 50, you will not see it. Do you get? So the age limitation I've given this is you must be a woman and you should be from 25 years to 50 years for you to see my ad. This is it, targeting your audience. Now, this is where the location becomes interesting. If you look at this location, it has a Google map to it. So please pay attention. For everything I indicate, the map will show us. Now, on default is in Nigeria because we are in Nigeria. Now, I can decide, okay, that means everybody in Nigeria will see that is a female that is 25 to 50. But what if I want to specify it to Port Harcourt? Or let me use Enugu. I want to specify it to Enugu State. Now, are you seeing it? You have Enugu State, Nigeria, Enugu Ngwo. You have different parts of Enugu, and I want it to be Enugu State, Nigeria. Now, it has reduced. Not just you have to be in Nigeria, you should and you must be in Enugu State. Okay, now I can detail it down more such that I will decide it should be independent layout. Independence layout. Now you have independence layout Enugu State. Independence layout Enugu State. So this is where I want it to be. Now it will still narrow it down to this place, right? This is where it is going to be. You should be in Nigeria, you should be in Enugu, and you should be in independence layout in Enugu, right? I can still say government house. Government house. Government house. Enugu State Government House. Enugu State Government House, Enugu. Yeah, this is where I want it to be. So have you seen how I have literally limited it? And I can still limit it like 1 meter away. Like if you are within 1 meter distance of government house, you see it. And that is what this circle you are seeing, right? So see my art description now. Have you seen? You will be 25. First of all, you'll be a woman. And then secondly, you should be between 25 to 50 years. And then thirdly, you should be a resident of Nigeria, based in Enugu State, in independence layout. And then not just an independence layout, I have limited the location to be 1 meter away from government house. So if you are within government house, rather, if you are within government house, if you are 1 meter away, if you are more than 1 meter away, you will not see it. This is what you do when you run ad. Now, I can still go down to doing detailed targeting, right? I have just done the location. Now, let me go down to doing detailed targeting. This is where demographics comes to play. Now, I can decide, okay, everybody and anybody can be passing that met this thing, but they might not give me what I want. I need people that are educated. You need to be educated. You need to have a level of education. So I will choose, okay, let's say I need anybody that has a master's degree, a professional degree in that area should see it. So if you don't have a master's degree and a professional degree, you will not see the ad. And then I can still decide your financial status. I can decide when it comes to income, all these things are things we put online, but we don't know. So let's continue. I will decide at least you should have, okay, this is for US. You are not in US. Now I can say, okay, you are away from your family. Now, how does Meta find if you're away from your family? Probably you came on vacation and you're within government house and you met this standard and then you've been posting all day. Vacation, hometown, out with family. This is where it all lands us to. So now these are the detailed targeting I can do for my post, right? So running ad is not something you just wake up and run to. You should have all the necessary information. Now let's go to interest. I can choose what is your business and industry. If you are into advertising, how do I know? When you registered your social media account, you indicated what you do. You indicated that you're an architecture, you indicated that you are into anyone, right? Now, that is how I find out. Are we together? I can select, okay, people that are into construction because you indicated it. Now, when it comes to behaviors, I can choose mobile devices, and this is the most interesting part. This is where I love so much, right? I can choose people that are using any kind of phone. Yes, I can, actually. I can use people that their Android phone has their operating system of this. I can choose this, right? So you can literally do anything you want on this ad. Now I've chosen all I want, right? Okay, so I would cancel this. Yes, I have finished. Now it will come here. Are we together? Now, then that carries us to our scheduling. Scheduling simply means scheduling simply means assuming that I don't want this ad to run now. Probably I set my ad at night and I want it to kickstart tomorrow morning. This is where I indicate when I want it to start, such that I can decide, see the starting date. I want it to start tomorrow by 8 o'clock a.m. And tomorrow by 8 o'clock a.m., even though I'm not online, even though my phone is dead, even though my laptop is not on, for the fact I have scheduled this post, it is going to run automatically. That is the beauty of it. Then under scheduling, you can decide run this ad continuously, or you can choose when you want the ad to end. Are you with me? Please, if you are with me, indicate with your favorite emoji. Please, if you are following, kindly indicate with your favorite emoji. Please, if you are with me, kindly indicate with your favorite emoji. If you're with me, kindly indicate with your favorite emoji. Indicate with your favorite emoji. Let's indicate with our favorite emoji. Okay, this is where you now budget. Someone asked the question about budgeting, right? I've explained your scheduling and how you schedule. This is it. Now, when it comes to budgeting, the lowest I can run ad here is 1,424 naira 20 kobo. And let me explain something to us, right? The higher the money you put in ad, the higher persons it can see in a day. That is the simple truth. And that is what this is. This means the audience size that this ad is to see with this amount of money. With 1,424 naira 20 kobo, this ad is expected to reach 1.6 thousand persons to 4.6 thousand persons, right? But if I increase my budget, if I increase my ad, if I increase it to 5,000 a day, it is expected to reach 5.6 thousand persons to 16.3 thousand persons. So are you seeing the person that asked on how much? Are you seeing where the money comes to play? So the higher money you put, the higher persons or the higher reach you have. Let me use that word, right? So I'm going to stop here for today. And please, we are going to run a project. Yes, we would be having a project where you have to run ad on your business. So kindly call your friends. And remember, the class has not ended. We'll still discuss more on portfolio, right? We still have a portfolio to build. So for today, this is where we end our class. See you next time tomorrow. Bye.